Hello, students. Welcome to Integrated Chemistry and Physics B from Primavera Online. I'm your instructor, Mr. Shran. I will be going over the syllabus for this course with you during this video. So, let's get started. All right. Now, let's start first with some of my contact information. So, once again, my name is Mr. Shran. There is my Primavera email, so gotham.sharan@primaveratech.org. You can reach me at my phone number, direct line 480-436-6108. I will be in the office from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, and away from my desk from 12 to 1 each of those days. So if you try to call during that time, please make sure to leave a message. Also, for this course, we will be having our synchronous sessions on Wednesday at 3 p.m., which we will go over a little later in the week as we start this first week. In addition to this information, all of this information that I'm providing you here will also be available at my teacher website. I've already sent you a link of that in the initial announcements for the class, but I will uh, frequently give you this link so that you can get to it. And I will have these links attached to this video as well. Let me take a moment to do a brief course description. This course provides an introduction to the world of physics. The course starts out with building the foundation of what it means to be scientific by describing the way scientists think, communicate, and do their jobs. Next, students cover important aspects of motion and forces, including the motions of fluids and how motion relates to Newton's three laws. Building up from these fundamentals, students will explore the topics of thermodynamics, energy, work, and machines. The nature and properties of waves are covered next, and the course ends by examining electricity and magnetism. Through the course, students will parallel their investigation into the scientific method with course projects that introduce them to the field and processes of engineering. This course uses a multimedia format that includes text pieces, videos, animations, interactive activities, and group discussions. In self-check activities and quizzes, students practice what they learn and correct misconceptions or uncertainties before taking assessments. Students complete a unit exam and deliver a unit project in each unit. Teacher feedback is provided throughout the course. This is a link to our Arizona State Standards for Science. I'm not going to be going over those at the time, but I will include a link to this video so that you can take a look at that. Now, as this is a 6-week course, we've divvied this up into 6 different units. The first unit that you should be working on this week, scientific thinking and motion. Second unit will be on forces. The third unit is on energy. The fourth unit is covering waves, which will cover both sound and light waves. The last unit will be electricity, which will be electricity and magnetism. And finally, in the final unit and final week, we'll be working on our engineering design process, where you will be taking what you know to apply to engineer a new device for the course. Now, for the coursework. So the typical coursework that you can expect to do are workbook questions, and checkpoint questions, both of which are usually in multiple choice format and are automatically graded by the system. Discussion questions, which will allow you to interact with your instructor and other classmates. These will be graded by me, the instructor, and make up about 20% of your overall grade. So they are important for you to make sure you keep on task with. Synchronous sessions, which are virtual classrooms where we will meet once a week for those of you who are able to tune in, and you'll be able to do a live interaction with me at that time where we can go over additional lessons or any questions you are having with the course. Now, at this time, I want to point out that synchronous sessions are not currently carrying a grade, but they will shortly as we're in the process of updating our systems to be able to better support the synchronous sessions. Projects. For this class, there are 6 projects, one per week. These are opportunities to learn about the particular topic in depth. In our case, these are lab experiments. Exams test your knowledge on a particular unit. At the end of each unit, I'll have one, and then the final exam. So this is how we'll test your overall score. Now, just let's take a moment to look at the breakout of the grades. Like I said, while we will have 6 synchronous sessions, currently they have 0% weight, which means they're not affecting our grades. They will in the future for future courses, but currently no. There are 6 exams. That's 10% of your grade. 24 checkpoints. 15% of your grade. There's 30 discussions. So there will be 30 discussion questions throughout the course. So that's 5 a week. There's basically a daily discussion, one per lesson. That total is 20% of your grade. So this is a big portion of your grade for the class. The 6 projects, which are 30%. So between discussions and projects, which I'll be grading, 50% of your class grade will come from that. The rest will come from the other assignments. Workbooks, which there are 29 of, and, 10%. And finally, the final exam, which there is one of, 15%. Now, as I said, some of the work will be automatically graded. Assignments such as the checkpoints, workbooks, exams, and practice problems are automatically graded and added to the gradebook instantly when upon completion. Project and discussion boards are graded by the teacher, so I will individually grade those. Um, Projects that have been submitted but not graded will be exempted from the gradebook, and a stopwatch symbol will appear in the gradebook next to the assignment. So I will usually work to have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround on projects and a 24-hour turnaround on discussion board topics for grading. Now, a few things about the expectations. Writing in the projects and discussion boards are expected to be respectful, appropriate, and well written. Students that have grammar or spelling errors will be deducted points. So, as you write, be careful. Use your spell check wherever possible. If you need to, type it up ahead of time and in a previous document so you can do spell checking before you pad transfer it over. Any comments that are in appropriate language will not be given points. So, this is in essence, a professional setting, and so you have to speak professionally while you're here. Or at least in your writing, I should say. Now, all of work in this class must be original and independent writing, produced solely by the student. So this doesn't mean that the ideas necessarily have to be independent, but how you present your information must be. So you cannot just copy and paste or cut and paste from sources. This means that any information from an outside source, including definitions, should be written in the student's own words. If the student wishes to quote information from another source, correct punctuation and full MLA citation are required. Any assignments found not following these regulations will receive no points, and a plagiarism incident report will be written up, which remains permanent on the student's file. For more information, please refer to the Primavera Online Student Handbook for full plagiarism information, something I have a link for you here. Alright, here's a list of our different rubrics that we have. Discussion, Project 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 will be actually pending, so I'll be posting it. I will post these to the course itself, so we don't need to go through the link here. You will see it in the course. But once again, these are all ones you can download from my website as well as from the course itself. Now, labs and materials. So, as stated, there are a number of labs that you will need to complete. Here is a listing of all the different materials you're going to need to. So, if you want to get a chance, just take a moment to pause the video while you're looking at this to see what there is. You should probably look at making sure to have these before the end of each of the weeks. So, we're on week 1. You'll be starting your speed lab this week. By the time you finish the speed lab, you should be ready to complete these. You should have these materials ready to conduct the speed lab. This is how you'll collect your data that you'll eventually use for your final portions. Then week 2, parachutes and forces. Here's the list of materials you're going to need. Investigation of the Cartesian diver. Once again, here's the materials. Energy in the trebuchet. Trebuchet is a type of catapult. So you're going to be making a little catapult to test some ideas about energy. Here are the materials. Oops. And understanding light. The last project, which is the engineering project, is improving the spectroscope. We'll get you those materials as we get closer to that assignment. Here is a list of the pacing calendar. Once again, I have this at my website, and this is the website version is a live calendar, so it'll update as I make changes. This is, like I said, as you said, this is the 29th, so this is our week one. So by the end of the week, should be ready to complete your first exam, and you should have completed at least 5 discussions by then. Each weekend should be really your overflow weekend, so you should really get whatever you're trying to get caught up done by the end of the weekend, so that you can start fresh anew on the new class. And we will be done by the 9th. So by October 9th, we'll be completed with the course and no longer need to take anything. So this is the pacing that you want to follow. Finally, for some additional support, we have ThinkStorm, Student Support Guidance, Tech Support. Once again, I'll have these on all these links ready for you to use when you get into the class itself. So that's a quick overview of the class. Looking forward to having you all as students. Please don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions or concerns. And have a nice rest of your course. And I'll talk to many of you soon.